Hey everyone, have you ever thought about living in a van? Well, my name is Dustin and I've been living in my van, Miles, for 2.5 years. And today, I want to show you a tour of the van and show you how I maintain this lifestyle. So, grab some coffee and come hang out for a few. And without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Miles Maxwell, my custom 2000 Ford Econoline E150 Club Wagon. Miles originally started in California as a handicap van and has a custom built out floor. It comes with 18-inch tires and a 265 60 R18 with some Method 18-inch wheels on there. We have the awesome McTuning wraparound lights. This van also has an altered gas tank, so it's moved in the back. We have some bully bars up front for steps to get in. So over here is just a dummy door. It actually does not work. The real gas tank's now located in the back, and it is an oversized gas tank. Right here is my AC to DC charger, so I can plug into the walls and use the household plugs. Down below is my exhaust for my diesel heater. Now we're going into the ladder to reach the roof rack and the solar panels up top. Over here is my shower bar and my shower enclosure. I have my roof rack up top, my two 100-watt solar panels made by Renogy. So I have 200 watts up top. I also have my Max Air fan, and I have my bag awning on the other side, which is connected to my roof rack. The shower enclosure is a nice little extra made by Overland Vehicle Systems. Now on to the back with the custom decals. Here is my actual gas tank now, which is not the common spot for it. We have a backup camera up top, a backup camera down below, the hitch receiver on there. That way we can carry things around or tow things. This has an upgraded LED lights in the rear tail lights, bag awning, weather guard rain deflectors. Knock knock. Hello. Hey, YTTV. Come on in, let's check out my crib. Welcome to my crib. And guess what? I didn't clean for you. So this was kind of a, whoops, I didn't know you were coming type tour. Let's go through and check out this 2000 Ford Econoline that I named Miles. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is give us a little bit more room and a little bit more visibility. And something that I don't often do, which I should do a little bit more to clean all this up, is take my jackets and my sweatshirts off the hooks. I'll set those all over the front seat for right now. Perfect. That way we can easily go through all this together. Now I'll pop this door open and we'll start right with this door. Before we get inside, let's go over the door situation. I'll tell you what I have here. Starting with my window shades, my window covers. These are all what I call Heat Shield. Heat Shield is the company that I got them from. I do absolutely love this product. What it is Reflectix on the outside. It has an insulation barrier in here. And then we have the little grommets with the suction cups on each corner. I have these all around the whole van. And they work great. I actually got them from the other builder with these in here, and I still have them and they're still working after owning the van for 3 years. I've lived in it for 2.5, but I've owned it since November 3 years ago. All right. And I don't know if that's ever even been out of there. So down below that is where I keep my cleaning stuff. So, and my bug sprays, which I don't need all that right now for the winter time, so I should clean that out and condense it a little bit. But I also have my duster, my sweeper, and my dustpan. Then below that, I have a couple different sets of glasses and one pair of sunglasses in there. I have like a pair of sport glasses and then a secondary pair of regular glasses. Then we're going over into our main door over here, which I'm actually dealing with that issue. You can see that I do have the merino wool in here. I have a little backer plate in here when I have my regular door panel on. I have a bracket for a table that comes off, and that is a Lagoon style table bracket. Now, let's get inside. We'll start down low. I have WeatherTech in here. I currently have the WeatherTech boot mat here, the 2 custom floor mats up front, and the WeatherTech window guards, the window rain deflectors. I absolutely love WeatherTech. They stand by their products. They last. I'm a huge fan. So I got the WeatherTech for that. Over here, I have 3 different like area rugs that I use for this. 2 of them are homemade knitted ones and crocheted ones. And then this one I actually purchased. So I think I got that from Dollar Tree. Now, over here, we have my 12-volt fridge. This is made by Bougie RV. I believe this is a 35 quart. I have the insulated bag on the outside. Places to store things. This, I think I actually have, yeah, a little cooler with what looks like to be a water bug. Or a stink bug. Yeah, it's a stink bug. Ugh. Then I have my fridge in here, which I don't currently have too much in there because it is winter time. So I actually turn it right off, and now it's just used as an ice box so things don't freeze, because it's actually colder in here sometimes than it is in my fridge. It's still an insulated box. It's 12 volt. I use this thing 8 months out of the year, every single day, all day long. So, and I'll turn it off for a couple months during the deep winter when it gets below freezing. Just like winterizing in a sense, but I guess not below freezing. When it gets like 20 degrees at night, 15 degrees at night, anything under 20 degrees consistently, I don't need it, because again, it's keeping my stuff cold. And luckily I do have a fridge elsewhere, right at work, so I keep stuff right in there. But that's for a later video and a whole different video. So now, this is my main chair that I use all the time. It's a very small footprint. It folds right up into nothing. And then I have an all-purpose blanket that I keep right on top for comfort. Right here's a fire extinguisher just to keep safe. And then down in here, I have all my clothing, from all my t-shirts up top, socks, boxers. I have extras in the back. Down below, I have pants, some shorts, a couple extra winter layers in the back of here. These are actually pretty nice deep storage containers. This one I need to clean out. This is actually still shorts from summer. I'll clean that out and put in a bunch of base layers. Down below is where I keep all my footwear, you know, from my North Face slippers, flip-flops, my boots and my hiking stuff, and a pair of my dirty OCR shoes in here in the bag. I also have boot mats down here too. Yeah, I've got crap all over them. But I have boot mats that everything sits in down below. They have 3 different boot mats under here. And I also have the diesel heater underneath here as well. All right. And when I have the diesel heater on, I keep this tucked in so that the diesel heater doesn't end up, you know, catching this on fire. But in all reality, it's just so the diesel heater can properly work and heat this place. All right, so beyond that, now we're getting into our kitchen area. So right here, I have my garbage. This is my water and vinegar mix. These are actually doggy bags, but I actually use them for my garbage can and they work perfect. Down below here, this is my bathroom. So these are 2 different pee jugs. They're both green, they're well labeled. I clean them out every day, wash them up every day. So if I miss 1 or 2 days, it's okay because I do it every day. Right behind this is going to be my diesel tank. This carries 2.5 gallons of diesel fluid. And that's for my diesel heater. And then above that, these are my fly swatters, which I can't seem to get out right now. Come on. Okay. Either way, these are my fly swatters. Nicely tucked away back there. Then we're going into my sink, which right now it's December here, so we've got it winterized. I'm not using this water source right now. I just carry around a gallon of water that I keep in my fridge that never freezes. So I keep all my cups in here for now, but I do have a little 12-volt water pump back there that I charge once a year. Right behind that, I have a couple of containers back here. The containers back there are going to be rags on one side. This is going to be my towels and my washcloths for showering. And those are camp towels and camp washcloths. I do have all this stuff that I use on a website. Everything is linked in the description below. I'll link a bunch of stuff that I highlight in the description below as well. So check that out if you guys are interested in everything. And again, I have that website with everything I use. And I will be continuing to update it just like I do every year. Every few months, I go in and add more product in. Or delete product I don't use anymore, or anything I need to do. All right, so beyond that, with the kitchen, up top, I have my shelf that we built. And then I keep my coffee, my protein shake, my condiments, a couple more cups, soaps, my Bluetooth speakers up there, and some toilet paper. And then I have a mirror over here. I have this little area up here that I keep coupons at with a couple of my patches on there. This is a hammock strap. I bring this all the way across and use it for a clothes hanger. That way I can dry my clothes. Then I have my $20 coffee maker, which I'm so much happier with than my Keurig Mini. I hate to say that, but it's lasted me a lot longer and it only cost me 20 bucks. My Ogre fan, absolutely love this fan. It's been a game changer for me because this whole area just, you know, it gets hot right here. So this is one that I can move around. It has a timer on it. It doesn't take much battery. So I love that fan. Then we have what I use for my countertop space. This is also my cooking space, my desk space. It's kind of everything. So I have a little cutting board, one of those plastic cutting boards here, just to protect the countertop itself. I have some coasters. Camping here, don't care. Ha. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ah. Can't afford a haircut right now after what I just did. You'll see soon. Then I have just one of these things that if I, you know, anytime I put stuff down like phones or whatnot, I'll try to put it on this. So it's just that anti-slip mat, just in case we do travel, it doesn't go anywhere. All right, now we're going into the drawers. Right here, I have my thermometer, and this is just telling me the inside temp and the humidity in here. So right now we're a little dry at 41%. And it's 62.2 degrees Fahrenheit. So in my first drawer, this is where I just have, guys, this is not organized. All my silverware, paper plates, in here is all my cookware, some pots and pans. This is my fire maple cook stove, camping stove. And down here is a bunch of food. A couple bowls in the back. All right, so that right there is that area. Now we're going into my water. This right here is going to be my gray water, where everything goes from my sink right down into this. Then we're going into my fresh water. My fresh water tank is what I'm pulling from in order to get the water to drink or make coffee with or clean or anything else that I need to use the water for. Brush my teeth at night. That's what I call my potable water or my fresh water. And this is what we refer to as gray water or wastewater. All right, next, let's get into the whole bed area. Okay, so this looks chaotic, I know, but I'm taking a few things out of here right now. This is my whole left wall of my bed, and this is where all my wiring is. Down here is my inverter. All my wiring, I am no genius to all my wiring, but I kind of know roughly what's going in here. Like this right here is running my 6 plug in the back that I use. This is a power. This switch right here I don't need to use. It's just turning on and off the inverter, which I actually have a main switch over here. So we'll go beyond that, but that's just showing you all the wiring. Then what we're doing is moving all of our window covers. This is where I store the ones that I use at night. Over here is my little step to get in and out of the door when I need it, or somebody else does. Stores right behind my fridge. Then this is just extra stock, whether it's food. Yep, I have, oh man, that has to be moved. I have some food in here and more cups, fans. Oh. Back here I also have, put this in the fridge. Now you can see back there. That is extra shampoo and conditioner and body wash. And then over here, I have my tabletop, which usually again attaches to that. I have my little rug down below that goes right outside of my door right here when I'm camping, or just in crappy spots. And then down below here is all my wiring. And these are my switches that I turn on and off my system. So this is turning on and off my battery. This is when I want to charge, and that's when I want to charge off from AC DC and run off my alternator. And then this one is when I want to run off solar, which you can see I usually almost always have that one turned on. Then we're going up into the toggle switches here. This is going to run my main lights. This is my max air fan here. My batteries charging station, so when I want to charge this off my AC to DC. My EcoFlow, this is when I'm charging off the house. I want to make sure I turn the inverter on, turn the EcoFlow on. That way I can charge off from the plug or the household plug or whatever. Then we have our fairy lights on, which I accidentally have turned on. Then we have our bed fan in the back. The bed fan is for my Sirocco 2 fan right there. Okay, beyond the switches, I have my inverter switch here that's turning on my inverter. Then I can turn on my bed fan. And then I can operate my Sirocco 2 back there. Woohoo! We'll keep it on. All right, now we're getting into this area over here. I just have some bags. Like in this one, I keep my wipes and my cleaning spray. This one, I have a lint roller, my Lucy lamp up top, which always falls off. A couple tools, you know, 3M adhesive hooks. I have a couple universal tools. This is a fake Leatherman. And then we're going over into my cabinet area, which is another thing that I built into this. And this just stores extra stuff. Food. This is a Frisbee. This is for working out while I'm out on the road. This is a resistance band. And then down here we're going into, you know, extra tools, and I think that's an extra mesh net. Back here I can see there's tin foil, and then this holds it all in right here. Now we'll put these back. Now this is my bed area. Again, right now is December, so I've got this thing loaded right up, okay? I have a little camping blanket, my awesome down comforter, all my fleece, my fleece sheets and linens. Over on the side, I have a heated blanket and a mummy sleeping bag. And then even tucked up next to the wall, I've got an Articulus or something like that, close. It's an insulated tarp. I've got that hung up. I have a couple, I actually have 3 different quilts in here. They're fleece Project Repat t-shirt quilts. Those are wrapped right around too, just for more insulation. And I'll show you a little bit more in the back. Over here, I have my High Tides Good Vibes. We keep on signing that when we go camping. And you can tell how often I switch over here. It's because it's torn up top. But I've got my little mini calendar, my hats, my winter hats, my regular hats, and my gloves. Little storage containers times 2. They're little hanging ones. I got all this stuff from IKEA. All these back here. This is going to be all my cosmetic stuff, which I'll show you guys that when I'm back there. So, but really more importantly, up top, this is my diesel heater controller to turn it on and off, to turn it up and down, and my carbon monoxide detector. You'll see I also have these little fairy lights wrapped all around. That's just for a nice ambient light at night when I'm sleeping or laying down in my bed, rather than having to deal with that. Also up top, I have my 12-volt fan. That is a Max Air fan. Here is a cover. It has 3 speeds in, 3 speeds out. And I actually need to replace the circuit board in that one, so it's been an issue for a while. Doesn't matter. I use it for ventilation. I have plenty of fans in here beyond that thing. All right, now let's go to the back. All right, when we get over here, we've got things like my Tums, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush. I have more. I have hand warmers back here just in case it gets too cold. Anything I can need. Extra bug repellent, DEET free. What else do I have in here? Yep, more toothpicks. This right here is a sleeping bag cover. Just a liner, just in case. But more importantly, now we're getting into, right here is my main queen size fleece. That's going to be used here in another week or 2 when it's just cold out more often. It's my next step when it gets colder. These right here are a couple of my throw blankets. Inside I keep extra layers. This one has a whole bunch of long sleeve shirts, sweaters, and then this one I would assume is blankets. I can't even remember. Yep, blankets in there. This is a little heated pillow and a heated blanket. I love it for the heated pillow factor, and it's just a little small one. I keep it right there. I don't even really use the heated portion too often because, they just suck power and they don't really work that great, especially when you actually need it and it's really freaking cold. All right, now we're in my nightstand area. This is where I keep my little Goal Zero power pack. I turn this baby on at night. And then that's what charges my phone. This, I'll bring my phone right over, plug it in. I have my Sirocco 2 fan back here. Anything that I need for the night or any snacks or food, I'll usually tuck over into this basket. I have a little night light. And then, just like I was telling you, right here are my fairy lights, just to give the nice ambiance feel. Take out the fairy lights. This is a little box that my sister and brother-in-law got me. So I keep that right next to my side just in case I need to tuck anything away. Also up here I have a candle, a bunch of flashlights laying around, just extra ones, just in case I ever need them. A fan, heater, some cards, headphones, Coasters. Back here I also have things like suntan lotion. Man, I gotta clean this out. A fan, another lint roller. Way too much crap. Down into here, this is where again I have a bunch of cleaning supplies, toilet paper, a couple tools, heaters, my butane, some fire starters, my torch. Also, just in case if I get in a pickle, this is so I can pull water out of the stream and make it so I can actually drink it. I opened up all my doors to do this inside earlier, and the water dripped right down and over. I'm not dealing with a leak. This is just because I opened the doors. Down below is just where I store extra things, like I have bags, zip ties, a saw, a few things for camping, tent stakes for my awning, some rope, and then I do have some of this cleaned out right now so it can dry up. All right, so that right there is that part. Now let's get into the garage. Before we even start with the garage, let's go over a few other things. Back here, I have bungee cords, I have an umbrella, another light, a magnet light, some rope. On this side, I have a shovel, just in case I need to poop, and I've got my hatchet. Over here, we have little booties, so I can put those on my feet just in case I'm going in and out. Honestly, I bought those a couple years ago when I first got into van life, thinking I needed them and I would use them. I don't. I used about a half a dozen of them, and then I just realized that it's more inconvenient. Take off my shoes, I put a boot mat there. Down here's a couple extra ponchos just in case I ever need them. The van came from California. This is the original plate that came on it, so I'm keeping that baby right in here, and I like to bring the origins right with it, so that's why it's still here. I actually have the other one too, just in case. Then up top here, this is my moisture barrier in between my mattress and my bed. But the big reason I wanted to show you back here, and one of the biggest things I wanted to show you beyond my garage, is this. This is a nice little changing area. I'm not going to pop this down, but this right here is just like a curtain when you're in the shower. You have your curtain rod all the way across and a beautiful curtain that comes all the way down and gives you privacy right here, whether you're laying inside and you just don't want people to look in, or if you want to change back here, you want to do something and shave or whatever. You know, I've used this for numerous things. I've, attached different connections and clamps and hooks to keep it attached to the doors so it doesn't fly open, so people could do whatever they needed to. But more importantly, I've realized that I just like to keep my door open and keep the wind flowing, and this is that perfect way of doing that. Then all I'll do is pop in some of my bug screens up front, which I do store underneath my driver's side seat. And that's how I keep this thing, so I have a nice current, so I have a nice cross breeze with that max air fan open up top. It doesn't even have to be turned on. I just like to have that nice cross breeze going through. All right, so that's that. I feel like there's only one way that hooks. All right, now, the reason why the bungee cord's out. Let's get into the garage. Wow, I have not been back here in a while, guys. All right, 2 camping chairs. The cheaper one and my 360 turnable one. I absolutely love this one. My skateboard, because I try not to leave home without it. Okay, what's next? This is my cookware. I think I used that once or twice in a video. We almost had to use it at Spruce Pond. Then this is just like my blenders in here, my other table leg. This is a nice little storage bag, pops open with a few different compartments in this little crate that I have. Then my portable pod that pops open into your little Papa Pod. I absolutely love this thing. They were actually going to charge me for an extra tent though at a campground because I had this popped up next to the van and they thought somebody could sleep in this thing. And then my bag of tools. It's always good to have some good tools with you when you're going out camping along the way. So I actually have some good stuff in here, stuff that I've just needed or used in the past. That's kind of a cool little one. My little wrestling pad, just so I don't hurt the bottom of the floor too much as I'm piling stuff in and out. And then this, oh yeah, this has my single burner stove in it, my Coleman stove. Some butane down here, a couple foldable bowls, a freezer bag, and oh yeah, a tire compressor. Ah, that's good to know I have in here. All right. Beyond that, there's nothing else in here except for some clothing back there. And this rod, just in case I need to, I don't know. Oh, that's what this was for. I forgot. Whatever. Shows how much I use that. I do have a light up here, but it's definitely not charged right now. And that'll light up the garage when I need it. But guys, look how much crap I fit in that garage. That's a lot of junk I can fit in my trunk. So I'm gonna put it all back in here. See if I can't store things a little bit better when I do it. Now, let's go inside. Check out the front. Passenger side front. I keep my vacuums down below, dirty clothes up front. Usually I'll cover that. Grocery bags up front. Down below that I have my little ruck plate and my ruck plate vest for working out. Then my squeegee. And my winter scraper and snow blade. Then over in my mesh nettings where I keep my razor and my shaving equipment. That's inside right now. And I want to turn off my Mic tuning lights because I definitely don't need the underglow light just running. Up here I also always keep my extra clothes heated gloves. I also have my dude wipes or my cleaning wipes in there all the time. And those are just the clothes that I wear throughout the week. You know, that I've only worn once, or they're definitely not ready to be dirty yet. Up top, I have my tissue holder, my little grab handle, the visor, seat covers made by Mudgear on both seats. Now let's go over to the driver's seat and I'll show you that. Inside over here I have some cosmetic and hygiene stuff, extra shampoo, flossers for the teeth because I'm addicted to them, some hand sanitizer in here. Nope, got myself. WeatherTech floor mats up front on the floor. Nice custom floor mats. I absolutely love WeatherTech. Right there shows that Mudgear all-purpose seat cover again, and a steering wheel cover as well. We also have a little visor organizer with the window breaker and extra business cards and my little magnet collection of places I've been and places I've checked out. Bop and Ugly's concert and Letchworth and Cayuga Lake State Park and Camp and Hair Don't Care. Up here is my Woodstock stage piece from the actual Woodstock stage. My camera, backup camera, the Autovox, and my little magnetic phone holder. Whew! We are finally done with that video. Thanks for sticking around and watching the tour of Miles, the camper van I have been living in full time for 2.5 years. Do you guys have any questions about what I do, how I do, or what I use to do what I do? Feel free to ask in the comments below, and if you like these kind of videos, do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button without hitting your van, and come back and watch my weekly uploads. There's a whole bunch more content, and I have a whole bunch more things to show you, including a special surprise coming up in a couple weeks. So stick around, keep coming back, and I'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.